Morning. See what we got going on today. Yesterday, I got really angry at myself. I'm gonna shortly explain why. I can already see a buy. Okay, so um, today while I was away, I was at a party, if you can call it that, at a party with my relatives, and I was still looking to trade, and I did trade a gold trade, which was pretty bad. Right, it was very clear that the trade is bad, yet I still kind of forced an idea here. The trade ended up kind of working slightly. Right, my target was here, but it was invalid for multiple reasons. I ended up closing decently when I saw this bearish leg here out of this POI, and then I forced another buy here, and that was a big loss here, and I ended up giving all the profit back basically that I made yesterday on AUDUSD. So I got really mad at myself yesterday. I got really mad because I shouldn't be taking. I know I shouldn't be taking these trades like these that are very low probability. And yeah, I got really mad at myself, and I promised that I'm never gonna force bad trades again. So that's just kind of the mindset that I'm going into this day with. The only thing I really care about is consistency at this point. Not consistent profitability, but consistency in um, consistency in approach, right? So right now I can see already a good buy kind of showing up here on AUDUSD. We have this all this massive sell set getting raided. We have this 4-hour overall resistant area, and yeah, I just want to see a retest here, and I'm taking price towards the high. This should be a no-brainer trade already. So we have already a pretty good setup. Let's see euro looks pretty bullish as well. It looks like we're gonna start reaching towards that. So but it's kind of weird, right? We're kind of stuck. Also, there was a short yesterday in New York that I missed, but we're not really gonna go over it right now. We look like we're reclaiming this area, and now we're starting to break higher, which is a good sign. This is a breakaway here. That signals that we're reaching higher. Overall, I think this should be our draw. We have to be slightly careful at this small 50-minute VG, but we look pretty clear on being bullish here. Gold, I'm not sure if I even want to trade gold anymore, to be honest. I'm not sure, like, it's choppy most of the time. I think it's just worth skipping it. To be honest, it's not really suitable in general for how I trade. GU also, let's look at GU. GU is weird. We'll look more bearish here on GU. I prefer sells still on GU compared to the rest of the pairs. Euro and even AU is slightly risky for us to be buying, but I think it's slightly better. My idea from yesterday that we're looking to short to target this equal lows here played out perfectly, except price after we short off, price came manipulated. Why? Because of resistance. Had buyers in, those buyers caught us to get manipulated here and then continued the direction lower, but it's all good though. Euro looks probably the best for being bullish though. It's still a bit weird structure from a structure standpoint, but that's all good. GU, yeah, GU I would prefer sells actually. I'd prefer sells. I do like this buy side liquidity that we formed. We already rated that shit though. I kind of like this hourly up top here. I don't know if we're gonna have strength to reach it, but I would prefer being bearish on GU. We have these equal lows, very shallow rate here, so I would be really down to be targeting lower. And I'm gonna mark this as well, this 4-hour AVG. See, I would like us to at least get into that 4-hour AVG, so I'm like, see one more sweep, and then we can look to target. But this, like this whole thing here, this sell side rate on Asia looks bullish. This is a very bullish sign. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna drop gold. I don't know if I want to trade gold. Gold is most of the time choppy. Like, look at this price action. Right, I'm not sure I want to be trading gold anymore. Not because I took a loss yesterday on it, but considering how I traded gold for a while now, like 2 weeks on scalping, and it's not. I don't think I really want to do it, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure I want to be trading gold. So sadly, I gave all the profit that I made on AUDUSD back yesterday, which is very annoying. But I promised to myself that I'm never ever gonna force bad trades, and I'm gonna stay as consistent as possible in approach. That's the only thing that matters to me, because I gave all the profit back that I made in London, and that's not the problem. The problem is this loop that has been going for a while, this break-even loop that, okay, I trade very well one session, then I give all the profit back the next session. This is very annoying, and I know I've been ready for a long time to break it. That's the problem. That's what is frustrating to me. Not because of profit, but because of this ongoing loop that has been happening for about 1 year now on my break-even phase. That's why it's very very annoying to me, and I don't want to ever do it again, because that's when I'm gonna break out and break through and turn profitable when I stop taking bullshit trades like this. Like, this wasn't even valid. So let's go over why this trade was bullshit trying to buy here. Well, these were really really voided, right? So we cannot really rely on looking for reactions of these 50-minute gap. They're too voided. The only way I would have realistically traded these is if we see a 50-minute gap higher, then we have confluence to take buys, right? So that's first red flag why we don't want to trade this. Second, if you look at price, right, we did have this pretty nice internal liquidity sweep, lower time frame here. We had a pretty nice liquidity sweep, but there's a very second big so yeah, let me also check this. So we also had this hourly FVG to target, right? That was my idea, but there was one big red flag about this trade. This right here, these should have been equal highs for me to take this trade, right? But because we rated on liquidity, we had this really strong inversion here formed. That's why I marked it, and look what we react off. Is this a trade I really want to take? Like a short-lived trade like this, like a 1 hour? Nah, I would have wanted to take this, but the fact that we traded liquidity here invalidated the trade, and this PI I would call invalid because it's too voided. It's too voided. So it had a lot of red flags, which I knew. Okay, I knew the trade is low probability, but I still took it. Me being away, me being at a party is not an excuse for me taking stupid trades like this. And especially I was fully aware, right? During the trade I closed on seeing this bearish gap form. I was really aware that we're starting to break off here. That was a good close, but then revenge trading and entering here on this bullish gap with double the lot size, that's revenge trading. That's emotional trading. I don't ever want to do that again, because that version of myself doesn't suit me anymore. I'm not that person anymore. So that's just what I wanted to put out there, right? I'm still kind of down on these euro buys, on this AU buys. A bit of resistance here, but I think this is some resistance that we would be fine delivering towards, because it's I don't know how to explain. It's not a lot of rejections, right? So considering how we fell, usually we reach for internal high. Really down on taking these buys here, but I do want to see a retracement into London Open. I want to see something like this. I want to see a sell side raid, then we see an entry pattern, and then I'm targeting Asian highs. I'm not looking to target more than Asian highs, because even this target is risky, because we already mitigated this hourly here. We might be reaching, for example, into this. This is where high resistance starts within this leg. What's good, bro? What's good? How are you today, bro? Welcome to the stream. So this is where high resistance starts, right? We don't want to be trading in high resistance. We want to buy towards high resistance. This is low resistance. This is where we want to be trading towards. So at most Asian highs in this, none more than this, because it's also counter trend, which is risky. So yeah, that's what we want to do. I want to buy here on AUA. Is probably looking the best. The euro is looking decent as well. On being bullish, we have this fractal high here. I would say we're drawing towards this actually as our draw for today. I would say we're very bullish on the reaction of that inverse. This is overall draw as well, but we were talking about the stage the other night. Did you change your YouTube name, bro? I'm not sure. Wait, I'm not sure. I know who you are. I know there were two people which I was talking about stays with, but I feel like you changed your name, no? Yeah, they're looking slightly rough. You were from one was from Washington State and one was from, I don't actually remember. Let me see. I need to see the map because I will remember. One was from Washington State. One was from Michigan, I think. Michigan, or am I tripping? Yeah, I think one from was Washington, one in Michigan, or Oregon. Yeah, my bad. Oh yeah. I remember now, bro. How are you, bro? How are you doing? Yeah, looking a bit rough, but I still see some opportunities, to be honest. At least this one right here. Boom. And we're looking to trade like it's a short-lived idea, but it's fine. Yeah, he was from Michigan, I'm pretty sure. You were both from like northern states in a sense. I should probably journal this as well though, but later on. With dog kind of dog shit trade. That's why, bro. Like, I'm done doing this stupid shit, bro. That's why I'm so mad at myself, because I know, right? I know I'm capable of doing it. Because look, so this was, look how big the loss was on gold. This was the revenge trade. Like, come on. This was the trade on AU. These two, but they sum up. I just gave back all the profit that I made in London. So that's the problem, bro. I've been like doing this stupid shit, bro. Okay, maybe you should have taken this $1.5 loss and get on with the day, but I revenge traded. Like, that's stupid, bro. Like, it's kind of embarrassing at this stage in my journey, and knowing how ready I am to not do these things and to finally turn profitable, to be doing bullshit like this, bro. I won't ever do it again. Let's see what we get here. The sell side looks really clean here. Imagine buying here on Frankfurt Open. So it's a good Frankfurt buy, but they're very risky to be doing. Michigan, yeah. What are you trading, bro? I think I'm gonna trade AUDUSD and Euro, but Euro looks very bullish. I don't know if it's gonna retrace. We have this big ass gap here. Of this gap, I would be down to target this high though. It looks like a relative strong high, but I think we'll be fine considering momentum. Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, bro, but you know, it's very annoying because I know, I know how capable I am, and it's been 1 year while I'm being break even, and that's why I started to really hate myself, because I know this is the only thing that I have to do, and me making the same mistake over again just fucking triggered me. So it's kind of good, because I kind of channeled that into making a promise to myself that I'm never gonna do stupid trades like this again. Because the thing is why it's frustrating, because I'm taking trades I know I shouldn't be taking. That's why it's frustrating. Like, I already knew this was low probability, and me being at a party or me being whatever is not an excuse to take stupid trades like this, right? Because the trade was clearly invalidated here when we took that high. But yeah, this is the last time I want to be taking trades like this. I don't want to ever do that shit again. It's annoying, that's one sad part about trading, because you keep making the same mistake over and over again until you basically had enough of making that same mistake, and you're like done, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm not making this ever again. Like, the thing is, it requires consistency, man. That's the part with trading, and it requires consistency in executing, no matter how you feel, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing in that current moment. And this is not a consistent execution, because this single trade wiped out all the profits that I made on this. I don't know where the win disappeared, but had something like this yesterday. That's the problem, because it stalls you, and of course I think everyone wants profitability, and knowing that this is the single mistake that I've been making that keeps me back, it's annoying. Because it requires consistency in trading. You cannot be consistent 4 days a week, then the last day you start slipping. Like, that's not possible. That's not how you achieve profitability, because in that one day you're slipping from your approach. You can give back all the profits that you made all week. How I did yesterday, right? I wiped out all the profits that I made on London. I wiped them out in New York, and that's very annoying. In trading, you cannot be 90% consistent. You have to be fully consistent. Like, that's why it's hard. And that's why it's so fucking hard. But it's all good, though. I think we're gonna be fine. I don't know about this, though. I want to see Euro form this gap here. This is a breakaway. I want to see this get formed, and we trade off it. Off the sweep here, maybe. It looks like a healthy range. Jew, I would still like sales, actually. I forgot about Jew. We have these equal lows here. I like this. Well, let's see if we reach back into that hourly. I would like this. We're kind of printing one here, which not entirely great, but we'll be fine. It's annoying, bro, to be making the same mistake over and over again. You feel like you're brain dead, legitimately. I mean, it's fine because that's how you learn at the end of the day, but really, come on. Oh, okay. So we're chilling. Let me delete this. Doesn't really look like it already rebalanced here, but I still want to see that retracement. If we don't, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be trading unless we see 1 euro. See, this is interesting because this is different price. Like US markets looking like they're due for a pullback. Oh my god, Nasdaq was so fucking choppy yesterday. I was looking at Nasdaq as well yesterday. We had these these major equal lows here and this good POI here. So at this point we rated that sell side and I was looking to buy here towards that POI, but I just didn't get filled. And then we sold off again, so it was very ping pongy yesterday. Nasdaq very ping pongy, but it had potential to print good, but didn't really print good. Yeah, oh my god, this is so fucking ugly. But yeah, there's a good buy here, maybe of this low on yesterday. SPX, same, probably a good buy of these lows short term. I feel like even in London, sometimes it works. I also need to do something. I need to move my chat to the left, like this. I think, I don't know how it's visible because it fucked my short yesterday, but yeah, I think this is okay. It's very choppy, bro. I don't know what this was though. I mean, usually Nasdaq chops when, or like New York markets chop when we're stuck between two biases, but in this case we kind of were actually, because we had this bullish POI here and we had this bearish POI, and there were buyers fighting price here and sellers fighting price here. So it kind of makes sense. That's when you should be avoiding trading indices and market open. That's when they're very manipulative, when bias is not so clear. Let me see, get back to Nasdaq here and see. Here bias was a bit more clear. I mean, not really. This is also where we had one POI here, one POI here. That's why we end up chop. Here we had a bit more bearish bias because we had strong. So here's where we had good delivery, but usually it's not that. See here in bullish, where we were trending bullish, it was not that choppy, was not manipulative. But when it's in cases like this, I feel like it's gonna switch trend soon. It's gonna probably resume bullish. But yeah, it's interesting to see. We're fucking going higher, but I still like this inversion here on and this is also a good short on GU, but look, we're printing this hourly here, which kind of fucks the idea and somewhat in a somewhat measure, but I think we're still chilling though. Looking to short here, we have pretty clear bearish order flow here. Like, it's very clear structure. We had this range high getting taken here, boom, we can't make a bearish range, we form the lower high and then we break again. So now we're just looking to continue structure lower, and this is not really a lot of resistance. Yeah, probably GU is one of the best pairs today, but looking for a risk entry, I feel like it's still very risky. Like, just looking at a 1 minute entry here is pretty risky though, pretty risky, because we have this big ass bullish range. So the optimal case is we see something like this, we come and then we fill the lower high, and then on the break lower here I take shorts, because we just formed bullish structure, which is really annoying. But the idea is still valid. We just need to see this big ass bullish range getting fought, getting cleared in a sense, because we can trade a retracement. Sure, we can take this trade, but we can do like this, and then price, if we do something like this straight off the bat, price will do something like this. Has a very high chance of doing something like this if we don't see like bullish this range getting fought and getting cleared. We do have this nice internal here actually. This is a good level to target. Usually sometimes it's fine to do it because this is Frankfurt range usually get printed against. Usually they act as a Judas swing most of the time. Let's see AUD USD. I'm still down for these buys and AUD USD for retrace. I'm waiting on this inversion though. Yeah, this inversion looks good. From this inversion, this high, I don't really like that we're kind of consolidating here, but I think we're fine on printing higher, especially if we see some confluence here. The white, this is not a breakaway and this is a breakaway, is because look how strong euro broke higher. This is an order block. This is more like an inversion. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it though, because the range is not so big on AUD/USD. This is as a good POI. On Euro, this is just a breakaway. Maybe for really late mitigation, but I think we're still chilling. On Euro, this becomes the POI we can trade off of. And GU, yeah, GU were very strong. I wouldn't like to be shorting against this. I still like my idea, but we need to see some confluence here because we're very strong. We're gonna see. And gold, hell no, I don't want to be trading. I think I'm just gonna stop trading gold anymore. Like, I'm just gonna stop trading. It's very weird. I don't know if I want to do it necessarily. I mean, it's very chop. Like, come on, bruh. Look at this shit. It's very chop gold. I mean, it's okay for like long-term investing, but I don't know if I want to be scalping on gold. Because it has these moments where like this is how gold prints most of the time. It just consolidates. This is where I was looking for shorts yesterday, but come on, it just consolidates and then initiates. Like, that's just gold, bro, and no retraces, no nothing. That's what I kind of hate about gold, and I see this a lot of times. Like, even here, just consolidate above the high, just fucking built it. Here we had a bit of clean delivery, I would say, when we had that short. But yeah, this was one day where we had clean delivery. I don't know, we're gonna see. I still have to think about it, but I don't think long term is really worth trading it. Not on 1 minute. It's just better to stick to Forex and Nasdaq. I would trade these as well. These are very nice pairs, DAX and UK. Very nice pairs to be scalping on. They are very clean. They move the same as Nasdaq, except they move in London. That's the difference. They do. They move really the same. They actually move really clean. I really like how these pairs move, but I cannot trade them on my broker right now. So already clean liquidity rate. We're already switching structure here. We're being bearish. We have these equal lows. Like, oh my god, this looks such like a fucking clean setup here. Looks clean as fuck. We probably have an hourly POI here as well. Come on, bruh. Like, this setup is a no-brainer, bro. This setup really is a no-brainer, and we have this 4 hour to be drawn towards. Oh, it's already mitigated, okay, but still, I would still short here. I would still short. This is just a no-brainer. Look how we came back and London Open just manipulated that. I tapped that 1 hour AVG again. Just equal. I was like, bro, this is just fucking clean. Sadly, I cannot trade it, but this would be a very clean. Look at this market structure, right? Look at bullish, boom. We take the high, we break the low here. It's textbook market structure shift. It's a bit big, like the price leg is a bit big, but it's clean as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. The market structure shift, we had a breakaway here, and now we're just shorting off it. An easy fucking target for London, bro. Like, this is so fucking clean. That's why I love these pairs. But sadly, you cannot trade them. And these pairs are very clean, and they move both in New York and both in London. They move in both sessions. So that's why it's like consistent volatility most of the time. And they just, yeah, I like how they move. We had some days like this, but even within days like this, we still have opportunity to be trading. And then, bro, when I caught, I think 2 times I managed to caught a short like this on DAX, bro. When DAX has a very good short, bro, it fucking melts. Like, these here, you have like 15 hour, 15, 20 hour potential on these days like this. And it happens pretty often. Look at this London as well. We just go high, and same, bro. Like, it's so many opportunities on this pair. And look, based on liquidity, look how much it works on liquidity. We raid sell side, we raid external, we print to the other side of internal. We raid again external, we print towards internal. We raid internal, we print towards external. Like, it just keeps working on liquidity. It's very, very clean, but sadly we cannot trade it. But this is gonna be a very clean fucking short towards this. Very clean, but yeah, we're waiting on this. Is probably my only setup with Euro. We did close that 50 million VG, but I do want to see some serious like liquidity rate. I would want to see at least this get rated. So realistically, this becomes my POI. I want to see this get rated, and then we can look at some buys. So Euro and AU, I'm looking at. GU, I'm still waiting on shorts, but we haven't reached hourly. So not that great though for now. It's looking like it's already switching bearish by the looks of it. We're gonna see. God, my stomach is growling. I need to eat. But yeah, waiting on AU. I'll probably demo this, but I do want to see some structure. But yeah, this is fucking clean. But I don't know why these candles are like this. I don't think they're always like this. If you look, yeah, this is probably more like an accurate view of it. What is this? But my sessions is fucked on some of them. DAX futures, okay. Let's see, chair 40. Germany index. See, now here is New York, but it's not New York. Bruh, it's not New York. Why are you putting New York there, bruh? Bruh. Okay, this is a bit better, but I feel like let me remove these. I want to look at this for a demo though, but it's the same fucking thing. The candles are so weird. Let's see this 5 minute, but yeah, sadly only a demo is gonna be here. Have this inversion here, that is possible. Yeah, they will most likely retrace now for London Open, since we rallied Frankfurt Open, we rallied pre-London. The London Open usually retraces and we continue like 30 minutes into London or 1 hour, so kind of around here I would expect us to continue higher. Where is it? Okay, let's see. We can just short it straight off the bat, to be honest. I would just short here. I should have executed already, but it's all good. Where is the target? This, like, it's so clean drawn liquidity, bro. We do have this. If I would have been live here, I would have waited for this to get inversed though. So should I treat demo as a live? I don't know. Pretty confident that we should be holding lower, but we might get manipulated. Sometimes that should happen, but I'm just gonna mark it in. I'm short beat Bitcoin to at least 112k. Let's see. Yeah, we're looking good on being bearish here. 112k, meaning this low. Oh yeah, we're bearish. It's a good short. After taking this high, this is strong shorts here. External liquidity getting raided. Big ass 4-hour gap. Market structure shift. Again, just very short the flow getting respected. We see just bearish gaps getting respected here. 1, 2, 3. I should just continue towards this though. And this is where I would expect Bitcoin to buy next time. So from 110 to 100, and overall in this range, I'm expecting Bitcoin to continue being bullish though. It's a very good area, but yeah, it's a nice short you caught. Nice short. I think it will work. Let's see. Let me remove some of this. We're just gonna watch this, to be honest. I need to go eat something probably. I mean, realistically, I wouldn't have taken this unless we inverse, but for a demo and for this high conviction that we have on this trade, it should really easily work. Sadly, this would have been like a 5-hour, bro, and I know it's gonna work, very likely. Or the only way it's not gonna work is if we get manipulated. Or we can also hold Asian lows, but I would still say we're more prone to hold. I need to go eat something real quick because my stomach is shouting at me. gonna see. I pretty much have alerts on AU and Euro. AU probably gonna hold the opportunity though. Man, this is equilibrium almost. I mean this AU. For me to buy off this area on treasure highs. This would have been a clean fucking trade. I already know it's gonna work. But sadly can't trade it. And this would have been a scaling point, but I'm not gonna scale in on the demo, it's kinda useless. Waiting on AU and Euro though to be buying. But we're gonna see. We still have to wait. I'm probably just gonna look at this trade while I'm looking at the others on my second monitor. But we have alerts anyway, so now look, watch this bearish cap hold. Massively drop. I'm just gonna scale him for the oh shit, it's too late. Okay, so I'm not gonna scale him, but at least I called it. Watch us melt from here. That was a very good mitigation here. Oh, sad this trade was a no-brainer. Would have taken this 10 out of 10 times, but we can. First entry here of the 5-minute VG, second entry on this 1-minute VG here. Just too confident and biased to be caring about this 1-minute bullish gap. Bruh. I mean, it's not surprised. Like when I'm this confident in a trade, most of the time it works. We're probably gonna mirror this range. So this range being like, I don't know how much that shit is. 6,020s. I have no idea. 6,400. That's not how big it is. The fuck, or is it? Or it can also react to Asian lows, that's a possibility as well. This is slightly high resistant, but I'll still be confident draw lower here. We almost hit 200 subs, bruh. Let's go. Let's go, bruh. 200 people. That's a lot of people if you think about it. If you gather them in real life, 200 people is a lot, bruh. Thank you. 200 people is a lot. On social media, it might not look like a lot, but in real life, if you gather all these subscribers and put them in a room, it's a lot. Yeah, this trade is a no-brainer. I need to probably move to IC markets when I grow the account a bit more. So IC markets, I can trade DAX, and it's very important. These pairs are, I love these pairs. I love these pairs, and they offer variety to Euro, Jew, and AU. So I will probably trade Euro, Jew, EU. So these are gonna be probably my pairs that I'm gonna trade: Euro, Jew, and EU, gold, and DXY. Let's put them down here. And UK. These are probably gonna be my pairs, and Nasdaq, 6 pairs. These are my best pairs. This is what I would trade if I could, but these two right now I cannot trade them, sadly. I don't know why, but on the broker that I'm currently using, you cannot trade it. But this is gonna be a no-brainer. Look at this order block. This is gonna hold lower. This is gonna be a very important order block because it's formed around Asian lows and this London low, and it's gonna get mitigated if a fucking battle off it, if it even gets mitigated. But yeah, this just was a no-brainer. Rate on buy side, market structure shift, 5-minute FEG, 1-minute scaling. Like, you don't need more than that, and you can cascade into this shit. You can enter here. You could have entered once here on this 1-minute FEG, and the second entry can be on this order block right here. When you're this confident in a trade, you don't really care. You can just fucking cascade into this. This is a 5R, keep in mind. This on a funded account, hell yeah, imagine going like 2.5 risk on this. On a funded, on a 100k. Okay, so AU reached our area, so I'm gonna watch AU on my second monitor, but it's pretty bearish for now. It's a very bearish reaction, so you're gonna see. For now, we're pretty bearish, so I need to see some structure. I need to see some momentum. I need to see some structure here building bullish, so I kind of want to see a higher low form before we consider taking this trade. So let's see this order block. Let's test my intuition here with this play. This would be where I would scale in. Let's see if we actually get the opportunity of scaling in this time. It was slightly bullish as a rejection here, but let's just see. The spin bar usually kind of changes how we respect this order block, but I want to see if it holds lower. I still think in a case like this we will hold lower even with the pin bar there. 5-minute FVGs and 1-minute FVGs getting respected. It's easy, bro. Look at this strong liquidity. Even though, yeah, slightly high resistance, that's why we gotta be careful, but Should be easy though, knowing how DAX moves. And we also came off hourly here. Hourly FVG very short the flow. This is overall my optimal area where I think we will switch trend. It might be slightly risky because yeah, this is my draw. This 4 hour here, so should be easy still. Stop loss is mainly here. I don't know how scalings work on TradingView. Yeah, really that pin bar actually makes a big difference in how we respect the order block. Is interesting, but I don't know how scalings work. They kind of get merged into one position in TradingView. I have no fucking idea how they work, because you don't have two separate stop losses, you only have one, which is weird. The fuck? How that shit work? Because they get merged into one stop loss, but why? I think you remove a stop loss and set buy limits, in a sense, I think. Yeah, US futures are looking bad. I know, we already talked about this. I think you said buy limits instead of stop loss. You said buy stops or buy limits. For example, if one of my stop losses I wanted to be here, I set a buy stop for the proper size and then another buy stop here. I think that's how TradingView works, but I'm not fully sure about it. Hi code, welcome. Not entirely sure, but I think I've seen people trade it like this. I think. It's kind of reclaiming that order block as bullish for now, but considering how strong areas we have here, I'll still say we're holding bearish though. We took this low, that's why we're slightly reacting. I think it's a 50-minute VG as well, yeah. That's why we can react off here. We can even continue bullish trend from here, which this 50-minute FVG can invalidate a trade, yes. But I would say we're also likely to come back into this order block, which is exactly where our stop loss is, so we're gonna see. The bodies are respecting the order block pretty well now. Pretty well respectation here with the bodies. The bodies haven't closed above the order block. So as long as it's not closing above, we're chilling. Yeah, AU is pretty bearish. It's pretty bearish. We don't really look like we're giving too much of a shit. Also, Geo looks like it's gonna initiate. Euro stalling. Euro is very slow today, but we need to see some, like, only something like this I would trade if we see an initial swing higher, and then an extra confluence I'm gonna take it. So we're always waiting for the higher low to form before trading it. If we don't see that, I'm not gonna trade it. Definitely not. So let's go back to DAX. He also is the weakest, but can you give me back to DAX? Okay, thank you very much. It's kind of stuck within it at this point. How the bodies are neither closing above, neither closing below. It's kind of fighting the bars of this 50-minute VG as well, but yeah, this high resistance area might be a problem though, but might offer a problem. This 50-minute VG is dangerous because it's around the equilibrium of this range. And the low, yeah, we might hold bullish from here, but I would still say, yeah, we'll see. Still curious to see how this plays out. I don't know if we're gonna have a realistic trade today. It doesn't really look like it. Oh, okay, so I moved this, my bad. And play some song. Rainy streets. I think that's how you do. No, you put like buy stops. That's how you can trigger stop losses instead of having like a stop loss, and you can use. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what's nice about trading view. I'm not sure. I never really fully understood how trading view works, but for example, if I want to take partials, I set buy stops or buy limit. I have no fucking idea. So let's say if I want to take 50% off, that means like 62.5. So if I want to take 50% off here, I buy limit or buy stop 60 the amount I want to close. I think that's how it works. And if I want to take the rest here, I put it here. And I don't know for stop losses though. Okay, so buy stops only work above this is probably it should be a limit. Yeah, so buy stops work above buy stops for stop losses, and buy limits for partials. I think that's how you can actually do. I'm not sure. I haven't really used TradingView. I mean, I have used it, but I don't have a full understanding of how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how though. At least for partials, I have used buy limits before, but I don't know for stop losses though. Yeah, this is looking slightly bullish for now, but I want to see here. When it's very rare that we actually leave these open, right? Because they're so relevant. Most of the time, price comes back to mitigate them. And from here, we still hold lower. I do like it. Like if you look at internal price action, this is decent because we have an internal high getting raided, and now if we would have tapped there, or we can also tap this inversion and we just hold lower. And we manipulated this order block though. Yeah, what made it unlikely to hold, it was this dodgy candle here. When we see order blocks hold, we see a bit of a longer initiation, like a big bearish candle here, another one here, and then we see a late retracement, and then they're likely to hold. When they get rejected so often, they tend to either get manipulated or turn into a breaker and continue bullish, but we're gonna see. We might also reach back into this order block. It depends. We'll see. I'm curious to see this price action though. It's better than watching AU at this point. Have reached our area, but we need structure on AU. I want to see that strong leg higher. Actually, strong leg higher, retracement, higher low formed, and then we see that move higher, and I take it. That's my criteria. I'm not gonna trade any other way. Geo is saying we need like a 50-minute gap. Euro, I don't like it. I want to see us retrace. So only AU realistically. So it's more fun to be watching this now. Kind of looking like we're gonna flip bullish off that 50-minute, which is understandable. It's understandable, but yeah, I'm still curious to see what's gonna happen. Yeah, this looks like a flip bullish for now, but we're gonna hold it. We're not pussies. Are we closing on a demo? Really, bruh? Are we that big of a pussy? Okay, that's a good break-even mitigation. Good break-even reaction. See, I'm sorry if I'm being a bit low energy today, but yeah, yesterday I was at a party, so not necessarily in the best energy state right now, but I will try my best. So this one we're just gonna leave run. Maybe we're gonna get a short out of it if it keeps melting, and I'm gonna be watching pretty much only AU realistically. Only AU I'm gonna watch. For example, if I mute, does that mute the audio as well of my? It doesn't. Okay, that's nice. So I'm gonna mute because my alerts are gonna get hit. And yeah, I'm gonna let this bitch run. Maybe we can do something like this. Like this would be the safest spot, I would say, above this inversion. This is the safest spot for the trade, so I might be trailing the stop loss for safety reasons, but the idea was to like this. AU needs structure, but we have a strong high to get broken. Look at this, we have this high, which is very nice. It's a pretty strong high. If we break it, let's see, 50 minute, have an inversion here which fucks the idea. Yep, we're fucked. Yeah, we need to also break above that shit, so we need to be breaking above the 50-minute inversion or that order block that we have for us to be looking. So we need to do, we need that what's that, as I said, that break higher, that retracement, market structure shift, and like we target the high. That's gonna be my idea, so we need to wait for that. Until then, that's a really good reaction though. Really good reaction. At this point we can probably trail or stop loss back below here. And this can be another good scaling point. This one on FBG. Yup. Are we just gonna scale in like we don't give a shit about life? I mean, this is the demo, so we don't really give a shit about life. Oopsies. Take profit. We have like, okay, that kind of got rejected. We cannot be scaling in again. But now of that rejection, I'm probably gonna trail it back above. This increases the chances of us reaching back into it, because look, we're holding that order block. Still think somehow we're gonna still break bearish, but we're gonna see. Gonna put it like this. Gonna watch AU. Gonna go drink. Drink another coffee, I think. Why do I have two charts? I don't understand. Am I tripping? Yeah, still gonna hold lower. Looks of that break-even mitigation, but yeah, and AU is still holding lower, so it don't really look like we're gonna have a trade today. Other than this, we might have the Jew short, but we need structure. Or the Jew short, we need structure. What do you think? We have a 50 minute. We're gonna see. I think it's just better off to sit on the bench until you're. Fucking sleepy, bro. It's also gray outside. Oh, it's not gray anymore. Okay. We're still still rejecting, which is not great though, but yeah. For funsies, still gonna leave it open. Yo. But avem very short de flow. Primul rând, avem o grămadă de buy side luat, very short de flow, FVG de o oră, sell side draw equal lows. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Welcome to the stream. You're welcome whenever you can come, bro. You don't need to be here every day if you can do it. Just because of these equal lows, I'm drawing lower. Heavy, very short the flow, heavy, hourly AVG, heavy, strong market structure shift. Yeah, that's why I think it can be bearish. Yeah. Yesterday I finished early. Yesterday I had some things to do and I finished early. But it's all good, bro. Don't worry. But it can also be bullish of this 50-minute VG. It can be, but we'll see. I'll stay will manipulate this order block low. This is probably the area I would say the most optimal, but again, can be wrong. It'll keep reacting of that 50-minute unless we break in. We might sweep this buy side now on the highs. That's why I trail my stop loss above this inversion. Should be a breakaway, but as a last resort, we can mitigate it definitely. Oh, so sleepy, bro. So fucking sleepy. I need to go drink a coffee. I'm sorry for living like this, but I cannot. It's better for me to be awake than sleepy. I'm just gonna let this run and we're gonna see what it do. At least pull the song. I don't know if anyone's really enjoying watching a blank chart, but to be honest, I can't do this shit. I'm too fucking tired, but I'm gonna let this shit run. It looks like it's gonna feel bullish. I don't know if he's gonna hit the stop loss. I would say my prediction is we come back and sweep this high and then continue going. Or we completely invalidate trend. Oh, I forgot I already have this song out. Okay, let's chillin'. We're gonna see. AU doesn't fucking look like it's gonna keep. Look at this, it's very fucking bearish. I wanted for me to buy off here, but yeah, it's looking bearish here. Unless we see like a big ass fucking swing higher. We might come into this. Maybe. Jewel looks good for a short, but with that hourly ABG here on these sides to get swept, but we have a lot of bullish momentum in this range. That's kind of what it sucks, but we're gonna see. I would like to see some 50 when it comes more forward before taking this pivot turn away the external. Where's that like? Yeah, we have everything we need. But it's still strong here. EU doesn't really give a shit. Euro very slow. What the fuck is this landing, bro? This is not even 10 pips. This is probably like 7.5 at most. Oh my god, I was so accurate. Was so accurate in that shit. I know why Euro's so slow though. But yeah, at least we're having fun with this. I mean, this week is probably slightly more low probability. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have use. For scalping is fine, but for intraday, not really. Not really. Scalping is fine. doesn't really look like it though. Considering how we formed that high, yeah, we're just probably gonna be better off waiting for New York, to be honest. Same with Jew and Euro. Jew almost swept that high, but kind of shitty. Okay, but Dax is leaving now. Finally, Dax be leaving. still struggling to break, but we're gonna let it be. It's probably gonna sweep all this trend line that he has built, but this is a good inversion here on Nasdaq. But we ain't looking to be trading Nasdaq in London. Hell no. They are just weak as fuck. Yeah, this is invalid. We cannot be trading this anymore. It looks invalid, so maybe off this. But even if we do, we have to be breaking this 15-minute inversion. So yeah, no real trades looking like it. No real trades. We just had a nice reaction of it. This would have been a nice call, but in Frankfurt Open, hell no. They did stick towards the high, and that was it. But didn't do it, and I don't know why they're stagnating so much. You're on you, you're not doing shit. Okay, my trading view fucking almost crashed. Okay, I don't know why they're stagnating so much, but this can be actually a pretty decent buy, but I don't know if I want to do it. I'm kind of tired. I don't want to be really trading tired. It's better to take a day off when I'm tired rather than trading in this scenario, because I don't know why I'm so tired though. But yeah, AU invalidated. I wanted to see us hold from here. We had that intent, but just rejected. Geo not in a great state. There is a potential scalp to be trading from this 50-minute towards this buy side, and that mitigated hourly AVG. So kind of the only real opportunity is this, but I don't know if I want to be buying though. That's the only thing that why it can work, because this hourly didn't give it, and this is also 1 hour AVG, so this can be a decent idea, but I would like to see this get mitigated. Yeah, this is strong momentum. We don't want to trade against this unless it gets cleared. So yeah, DAX probably still stalling. Doesn't really invalidate the trade, but we might get that sweep. That's why I trailed the stop loss here. We might get that sweep above this and then continue lower, resweep this 5-minute, but yeah, we gonna see. This can be a good buy here, but I want to see this. I like this, that break. Yeah, I'm too fucking tired to be trading, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm probably gonna end the stream like right here, because I'm not like, if sleep is the foundation of trading. If you have no sleep, you should not be trading, and that's the state I'm in. I don't see any like very good setups anyways, but yeah, this was a good setup though. Still stagnating, but I'm probably gonna update you about this like in New York session. I'm probably gonna see you in New York. We have some potential trades in New York, but yeah, it's just weird. Building this strong fractal low. I think we're gonna switch bullish soon on Nasdaq by the looks of it, because we just rebalanced. This was a retracement order flow. This was retracement. Now we reached a good point in price for us to switch, and by the looks of it, this is usually how the higher low looks in terms of structure. So we're gonna see if we actually start re-breaking. Yeah, you're just fucking broke hard low. We had this 50-minute even here, but yeah, of this interesting, but no, I don't see any trades, at least no. So today I'm gonna end the stream early because I'm too fucking tired. I haven't recovered from yesterday, but I'm gonna see you in New York though. I'm not gonna look to be trading right now. I don't think there's necessarily we could have been bearish on AU. We had hourly AVG, reclaimed AVG. This high was strong, but sell side was, yeah, we couldn't have traded this because sell side was already taken, sadly. So yeah, kinda invalid. Yep, invalid. I do like this, these lows here. This can be a good retracement trade if we come and sweep the highs first and we look to trade like this. If this stays intact now, because this is an unmitigated hourly AVG and now we have internal liquidity, but I think what's gonna happen is actually the opposite, and we dwell into it, then we go higher and go into buy side, which both ideas are valid, but I don't know if I want to be trading it. Yeah, I'm too fucking tired. This bit off, even though I see, even if I would see a valid setup, it's just better off not to train. And I cannot focus. If I cannot focus, I cannot. So sleep is the foundation. If there is no sleep, there is no proper focus. If there is no proper focus, you don't have. I don't enter flow state. If I don't enter flow state, I don't have intuition. So yeah, kind of that's how the formula works. So I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you when you